Hello! Today, I will be teaching you how to multiply monomials. We will be doing 3 equations, and at the end we will do a word problem. Let's begin. So here is our first equation. 7y to the 5th and 3y squared. Now what you're going to want to do first is bring together the 7 and the 3 and both of the y's. So you should end up with this. Now, the thing about the 5 and the 2 is that you're not actually multiplying them, you're adding them, since they're both inside of the parentheses and they have a variable attached to them, which is y. So after multiplying the 7 and the 3 and adding the 5 and the 2, you should come up with 21 and y to the 7th. Put those two together and you have 21y to the 7th, which is your answer. Let's go on to another one, shall we? Here is our next problem. C to the 6th inside of the parentheses with a square on the outside. You're going to want to put together the 6 and the 2, and this time you can multiply them, since one of them is outside of the parentheses and it does not have a variable attached to it. So 6 times 2 is 12, and if you put that next to the C, your answer should be C to the 12th, and that's it. Let's go on to another one. Now this one looks a little tricky, but it's actually quite simple. So you multiply the 4 and the 2 that are closest to the 3, working on the inside out. You should get 3 to the 8th with a square on the outside. Then you multiply the 8 and the 2 together, so then you get 3 to the 16th. But you're not done yet. Since there is no variable, you have to multiply 3 times 3 16 times. Or you can just use your calculator, and you should come up with 43,046,721 as your final answer. Now let's do a word problem. Sally needs to find the area of the soup can lid for a tin can telephone. The equation she needs to find the area is a equals pi r squared, where r equals the radius. If the radius of the can is 5a squared b, what is the area? So according to the word problem, the equation we need to use is a equals pi r squared, and the r, which is the radius, equals 5a squared b. So the first thing we need to do is plug in the 5a squared b to where the r is in the equation. So your new equation should be pi 5a squared b squared. Now, you need to distribute the 2 to the b, the a squared, and the 5. So now you must solve 5 times 5, a squared times 2, and b times 2. So your final equation should be pi 25 a to the 4th b squared. Now there are 2 ways you can end this equation. You can either simplify it so that it becomes 25 a to the 4th b squared pi, or you can multiply pi and 25. And after rounding to the nearest hundredth, you should get 78.54 a to the 4th b squared. It really all depends on you or your teacher's preference. And that's it. Now you know how to multiply monomials, and I hope you learned something very good today. Thank you for watching.